welcome everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight we are in the heart of Italy at the Temple of Speed. It is one of the 4 remaining circuits from the original Formula One Championship, and it is the 3rd time to appear on the Zoom Racing League calendar. Now in round 6 of the 0L season, we are finally here. The viewers are excited and tuned in for the next 29 laps of racing. This track is 3.6 miles of pure speed. Let's see how our drivers will handle coping with the 11 corners, 7 of which are to the right, and 2 DRS zones as well. I'm joined today here with my teammate from Division 1, actually. Happy to have him in the booth. I'm sure you'd rather be down there on the track racing right now. But Hudson Hornet, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good. Really looking forward to this qualifying we have here. We get on board with Gary Hamilton. He is about to finish his lap. It'll be the first lap recorded of the session. It's coming around the Parabolica now.
Yeah, man. Monza has got to be like it's hit it or love it kind of deal, but it's historic, and it always has its place in F1. It always will. As I said, it's been here from the very start, and I don't know. The speed and the traininess of it is controversial, but I think for a lot of people, it's what brings them to love this track.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask someone, do you like Monza, they're almost always going to say yes. It's very low track. But we got a few drivers that have completed their laps here, and Fitz Dickwell goes, Fitz Dickwell goes P2, and Josh Barnsley goes P1.
Oh, and Gary Hamilton. I was so on board with Gary Hamilton. He just had a little bit of a mess up on his lap, but yeah, Josh Barnsley does go P1 for the time being. So let's see if he's able to hold on to that. Freddie Razzle goes to the top of the board with a 19.8. What kind of lap times do you think we're going to be seeing here today, Hudson?
I'm thinking mid-19s, possibly low 19s. With Cal, with the quali ban he's got, he had to retire, and we won't be seeing any lap times from him. So it'll be interesting. I think Freddie Razzle will be able to put up some good laps, and along with Ethan Patel, a lot of promising talent in this division.
Let's see. Right now we've got a new guy reserve in for Alpine today. So I think we have 2 Alpines out. Is that correct? No, Dan was able to make it. So we did have an Alpine absent today. That is Stars FBS. So in his place we've got Shara. I'm gonna maybe butcher that name, Shara, but a reserve to look out for. You know, when new guys show up, you never really know what they bring to the table. But he is in here today for the Alpine. He's from the Ferrari Academy, but he's here to score half points. And we'll keep an eye on him. See, you think he's out on a lap right now, about to come across the line. Curious to see what kind of time he pulls up.
Yeah.
He'll come across the line here with a 120.8, which puts him up in P7 ahead of his teammate Dan. So a little bit of drama at Alpine already. Real quick, let's hop on board with the Ferraris who are coming out of the pits now. There's a lot of pressure for Ferrari, right? So we're at the Ferrari home race right now for Pylon and Spanini. Pylon's sitting at 43 points, and Spanini's sitting at 69 points. They're 4th in the constructor standings, but it's a tight battle up there. If we go ahead and take a look at the standings real quick, we've got Ferrari in 4th place, and actually Aston Martin's getting away from them a little bit, 176 points. But AlphaTauri's right there on their tail at 127. Haas is right there on their tail at 125. Spanini is in 8th place. Pylon's in 12th. And you got to be thinking, Ferrari was supposed to be the 3rd best team on this grid. So a lot of pressure coming into this race. The Tifosi are watching. They always expect a lot out of their drivers. And I'm just curious to see what Spanini and Pylon can put up. But it's not looking like a good start, considering neither one of them got a banker lap in.
Yeah, I mean, they got to do exponentially well here, considering they're really closing in on Red Bull in the combined constructors. And whoever's P1 in the combined constructors gets the first pick, and very important for next season.
That is correct. So, and we can't also, I mean, this is the home of Ferrari, but in the standings, if we go ahead and take one more look at this, we can't ignore the fact that there is an absolute colossal battle, as we keep an eye on Spanini's lap, a colossal battle going on between Mercedes and Red Bull in this Constructors' Championship. Cal has kind of ran away with it in the drivers. Anything's still possible. Colin's a great driver. Wildcard is a great driver, and they've packed a great 1-2 punch. But a lot of pressure for Ethan Patel in that second driver's seat, right? So sitting down there in the like 84 points, being the second driver. I don't know. How do you feel about that battle between Mercedes and Red Bull?
Yeah, it's close. It's gonna be interesting as well. As I said, Cal is not gonna be able to qualify. It's gonna be starting from the back, so it's gonna help out the Mercedes drivers, and along with Freddie Rizal and the Aston Martin seat. We'll see what Cal can do from the back, but I think it'll be really good for Mercedes in the long run, along with Aston Martin.
Yeah, so Pylon is about to come across. Oh, no, Pylon invalidated his lap. So 2 invalidated laps for Julian Pylon in the Ferrari. But Tifosi can't be happy to see that. But Spanini is still on a lap as he's coming down the back stretch right now. Coming down to the Curva Parabolica. Go ahead.
And as you said, Parabolica here tries to nail his apex, getting a decent exit, going close to the inside line to reduce as much time as he can. And Klinsmann actually goes fastest with a 19.7, and Spanini goes P8 with a 128.6.
Yeah, we were on board with Spanini for that whole lap, and we have to say it was a good, safe lap, and he had to do that due to his not having a banker from his first run. But we know that Spanini can do more than that, and I'm excited to see when he comes back out. I hope that he can provide more. Same with Pylon. And P19 is not where he wants to be right now, but I hope that they can do more with that. Real quick, we were talking about Cal starting from the back of the grid. Not somewhere he's used to starting. What kind of setup changes and what sort of adjustments would you make if you were starting from the back of the grid?
If I was starting from the back of the grid, it'd be interesting. I don't know, too. I might try a different tire strat or go higher wings just to try to get a lot of overtakes in the beginning. It'll be interesting to see what he does, as Colin Edwards does go fastest, the 19.7 pipping Freddie Rizal. Who do you think will come on top here in the qualifying session today?
I'd have to put my money on Colin Edwards, to be honest, or Freddie Rizal, but I just want to note real quick that Pylon did fuel up for 2 laps, so that Fosi can breathe gently now, because he did put up a P11 time. It's not the end of the world, but he can do better as well as his teammate Spanini. I would expect that Freddie or Colin can get P1 here. Colin's coming to the pits right now. Freddie is just crossed the line, put up a time. I think he did, and he was not able to beat Colin. Oh no, he's starting a lap down, so let's stay on board with Freddie. But with Cal, we both know we're both part of the Red Bull Academy. We know that Cal is talented, but how much can you do at Monza? And is Monza a good track to start from the back? What's your feelings on that?
With turn 1 at this track, it's going to be completely random what's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't try to overtake anyone in turn 1 in the first lap of the race, just to keep it clean. And it's very possible that there might be a few drivers to spin or create an incident turn 1, so maybe he can gain a few places there. And Freddie Rizal going to Ascari here. Ooh, that was close, and he invalidated. Unfortunate for Freddie Rizal. He will not be able to improve on his time.
So invalid lap, but Freddie was up half a tenth, and he only needs a tenth to get to that pole position, so he's not far off. We know Freddie has it in him. It'll all really come down to this final run that they're going to have, and expect all drivers to come out around 3 minutes left if they stay in the rhythm they're currently in. Do we have any drivers on a lap right now? It looks like maybe we have Pylon. Is Pylon still out there? No, Pylon's coming back into the pits. Got an AlphaTauri out there. That's Fitz Dickwell. Appears he's also coming back into the pits. Well, we'll keep an eye on him, see if he is or not.
I believe Sarah is on a lap right now. Probably watching the name.
Is it Sarah? Okay.
I honestly don't know.
I'm not sure if it was Sarah or Shara.
Oh, Sarah has a little moment there in the second chicane.
Yeah, so he is down a tenth. Not looking like the best lap as he heads through the second Lesmo into the second DRS straight. Down towards Ascari, where there's a lot of time to be found. One of the most dangerous corners in all of F1.
Yep.
Brakes at the 100-meter board. Oh, go ahead.
He nails his apex there really well. So now he's coming to the Parabolica. To make your brake turn here, you want to brake around the 50-meter board. He does so, gets his apex, goes wide to the curb, and cuts inside, and see
Doesn't like
he
the
goes in
lap.
the pit.
Decides it's not worth it. Didn't either gain enough time or gain any time at all, so decides to bring it back into the pits. And let's see, we've got, I'm not sure we have any other cars out on the track doing laps at this very moment.
I believe Josh Barnsley is on a lap right now.
Okay, so Josh Barnsley, any cars that would be out on a lap right now, he is on a lap. These cars who are out right now are definitely out of rhythm. They're not in the flow of the rest of the qualifying runners who are doing their laps mostly together. And those drivers will come out with around 3 minutes left. Josh here is going to be out of time unless he comes into the pits right now. This lap, which he's up 4/10 on, is going to be about all he's going to get. So he's not going to have time for another run. The McLaren's behind him as well. We've got Eric McNerney, who appears that he may be on a hot lap too. And Marino is giving his teammate a tow. So we've actually got some McLaren teamwork right here.
Oh yeah, man. So, he's on the back here, actually.
Yeah, it was a great teammate. So you love to see it from McLaren. They were organizing tows. Eric doesn't have a time yet, but he's about to. This is a valid lap. Not sure it was the greatest lap. I definitely saw he missed his apex there in Parabolica, but he goes P6. So there's a lot of time there for Eric McNerney to find. We know he's fast. He's a previous D1 driver. And actually, thing to note, back in Season 1, the last time that we ran Monza at ZRL, Eric McNerney finished the highest out of any D3 drivers currently. He finished 5th place back in Division 1 in Season 1 of ZRL. Also to note, we had Ethan Patel, who raced in that same race. He finished 12th place, and Cole Cummins, who finished 14th place.
A lot of historical drivers in this Grand Prix, and originals to be remembered.
Yeah, we haven't raced this for 5 seasons, but it is heavily requested as always by the Tifosi. They always come out strong, saying "Where's Monza?" or "Where's Imola?" But we've got it back on the schedule finally for you guys. I'm excited to see how it is raced, and I'm excited to see the sort of competition we're already seeing.
Yeah, and so Eric McNerney looking like he's going to go to the pits. Not bad for McLaren, a 6-7. Adam Klein will be pleased with that. And yeah, so we got Colin Edwards P1, Freddie Rizzo P2, and Cole Cummins P3. I believe, Williams in the fight.
Yeah, I was about to say
here.
Cole Cummins being in P3 is definitely out of place. I don't think Cole would tell you that. If anyone's talked to Cole, he's got a lot of confidence in himself that there's no reason he's not a top 5 driver in this league. But being
Hideo just joined.
Yeah, so that's another good sign too. But real quick, Cole is he's a Williams driver. So the way that we do things here in Zero, the drivers who are in the Williams and the Haas are supposed to be in the back of the grid. We do a draft. They were drafted last. And the Mercedes and Red Bull drivers, as well as the Aston Martin and Ferrari drivers, they're all drafted towards the front. So seeing a Williams out of place up there in P3 is highly unusual, and it's a great performance from Cole. But yeah, as you were also saying, Haas has a driver that's been overperforming this year in Ryan Zebra. So Ryan Zebra has 70 points in the standings, and he wasn't able to make it today. He had a reserve lined up that couldn't make it, and you see Adow just joined to fill that Haas. He's a little late, but he's got time for one run. So excited to see that Haas has a second driver in. We've got a full 20-car grid, and it just adds to the chaos.
Yep, and you have your top 3 here now out on their outlets, and
we are getting to that time, the hour of destruction, or the hour of heroism. I don't know, the hour of victory, however it works for you. Looks like Wild Fury just put up a time, so Wild Fury went out early. That's his final lap. He doesn't have time for another, but he does jump Freddie, and he jumps Cole. So we have a Mercedes 1-2 right now. So we're going to keep an eye on our top drivers as they're coming to the Parabolica. Colin Edwards will be the first one to start a lap. Behind that, we've got Freddie, and Cole is just behind Freddie. So we're going to keep an eye on all these guys, as well as we have to keep an eye on Ethan Patel, right? Even though he's currently beached in the Sand of Descari. Well, that might be it for Ethan, actually. That might have been his lap. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, unfortunate for Ethan Patel there. But as
Colin
we go
Edwards
with
down
Colin,
to turn 1. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and so not the greatest first chicane from him, but here he is going through the long right-hander, going into the second chicane. this chicane caused a lot of problems for people. Let's see how Colin Edwards takes it, and it takes it relatively well.
It's a little bit controversial with chicane, right? So that everyone's aware of the Codemasters glitch. If you're running 60 FPS, that chicane becomes a lot faster. But some people prefer to stay on their 144 frames per second, and the whole thing is just very Codemasters of Codemasters, you know?
Yeah. So Colin Edwards here is sadly down on his time by 3/10. Down on his time 3/10, going through Ascari. Not too bad, and he is going to the last corner of the track. Squinini goes P2 in the Ferrari. Very good result from him.
Oh, and the Tifosi, love to see it. Colin Edwards is still not looking like he's going to make up any time here. We'll go ahead and stay on board with him, but Freddie Razzle is also down 3/10. No time being made up either.
Yeah, he's going through Ascari and very end.
Colin doesn't improve. Let's hop on board with Cole. Cole's improving. So Cole is improving. He needs about 2/10 to pull. He's up about 10. And Parabolica looks clean. Can Cole do it?
He could be in a really good position here.
In the Williams, coming to the line, Cole Cummins goes P1. In a Williams, 19.602. Cole Cummins on pole position for the moment. Can he hold on to it? We've got a Haas coming across the line. Not sure who that was. Was that Adeo? So Adeo comes across the line. He's not going to do it. We've got 2 Alpines coming. So Sarah doesn't make it happen. Dan's coming to the line. He's invalid. We've got a McLaren behind him.
Eric McNerney going through the last corner. Oh, he gets squirrely and he goes wide. Oh my, that was.
Freddie Razzle's on the garage. Josh Barnsley's on a lap. Oh no, he's already crossed the line. That's it, Hudson. So we have a Williams on pole. We've got Cole Cummins starting from pole position for the Italian Grand Prix. Unbelievable.
This is completely unexpected. What a lap from Cole Cummins in the Williams, nevertheless. A 19.6. That is insane stuff from Cole Cummins.
To make this even more fantastic, I've talked to Cole a lot this week, and the guy has not put in much practice, if any at all. So to see him just pull this one out of his bum, I'm shocked. I'm speechless. This is awesome, though. When we see drivers out of place, I'm not knocking on Cole here, but I don't think that he's going to be able to have pace with those drivers like Colin Edwards, Wild Fury, Freddie. I would say Spanini is maybe out in the same situation, a little bit out of place, but Cole doesn't necessarily always have that pace coming every week. So I don't know what will happen, but it's going to add to the Turn 1 chaos, and I'm excited.
It really will. And Colin Edwards, he's gonna have to make his way past as soon as possible if he wants to try to be clear from the other drivers behind and try to beat Cal in this Drivers' Championship. He's only 46 points behind, and yeah, that'll be really interesting to see how Turn 1, Turn 2 turn out with Cole Cummins. Maybe he can win a race. We'll see.
I don't know. But we are going to go to break real quick. We will get back with you guys as soon as the grid is ready to go. And we will, as Revis or PBJ would say, go get your chips, go get your Coke, get your popcorn ready. And we will see you guys just around the corner. Stay tuned. Race fans, we are back at Monza, and the air, it looks a little hazy. Do you see that, Hudson?
Yeah, it does. Maybe some little droplets can come on the track and make things interesting.
Yeah, so the radar did tell us that we were expecting to have a clear race, but when you set this weather to approximate, it does open up the bag of marbles that anything can happen. So that would be fantastic to see. We saw it in our Division 4 race yesterday, that, you know, the rain kind of showed up and it was a little unpredicted. I know it said for a lot of people it was going to show up at the end of the race, and it showed up a little early in the race. So the approximate weather definitely adds that extra element, and the drivers are out right now getting their tires warmed up. Let's go ahead and see what tires they decided to start on. Let's pull up
Everyone is on mediums. Every single driver is on mediums.
Everyone is on mediums. Wow, so that's actually not exactly what I would have expected.
Oh, sorry. NBA is on the hards.
Okay, so that's a little bit more of what I would have expected. What were your kind of expectations for drivers choosing their tire going into this?
I really thought the hards would have been the popular choice.
You would think so, right?
Not.
The hard to medium is by all of my understanding, the faster strategy. Medium to hard would be beneficial for an earlier safety car, but NBA, if you hop on board with him real quick, he might be in a good position if he can get these bad boys warmed up. Now, the other thing that you have to keep in mind, I know that weather doesn't play a huge part in this game. Well, weather does, but track temps don't play a huge part. But the track is a little bit cooler right now, which does make it a little harder in the initial stages to get these hard tires warmed up. And these first couple laps, with all these other drivers being on the medium tire, you think maybe NBA may be in a little bit of trouble for laps 1 and 2?
Yeah, I think it'll be really tough for him to keep his position. But maybe, you never know. Maybe he can jump some people on the start. But if everyone's on the mediums, it's going to be really tough for him as you see Spinini overshooting his grid spot there.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the drivers are coming to the line to grid up. Hudson, who do we take it on board with?
I say we take it on board with Freddie Rizal.
Freddie Rizal on P5. He's got a great seat in the house. Are we staying on the TV pod, or are we going to broadcast?
We're going to broadcast, baby.
All right, we're going to broadcast. So the drivers are all in position. Pylon and Shara have missed their spots, and they'll be starting a little bit back, just a couple yards. But Cole Cummins on the pole. And here we go, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lights out and away they go. Looks like the Aston Martin of Freddie Rizal did get a good jump, but then he just kind of spun his tires going down into turn 1, and he takes out his teammate. Massive carnage. Looks like what's going down into turn 1, though. Colin Edwards not able to get anything done, but Cole Cummins misses the apex. Already a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Freddie Rizal having a massive moment off the line and making contact with his teammate. Cole Cummins going wide into turn 1, getting a 3-second time penalty. That is not going to help him one bit, trying to keep that position from Colin Edwards.
So Shara is also in the Alpine, made up a couple spots. Let's go ahead and pull up the spectator menu and get the position changes on here. Shara's up 5 spots into P3. Cole's got that 3-second penalty. Colin's in P2. The field's already starting to spread out a little bit. We've got gaps to leaders showing, though, right now. Let's go ahead and fix that for you guys. Get the intervals. Okay, so maybe not so much. Field is still together. We got the Mercedes combo in 2-4. Roberto's down in 7 with the Williams. So 1-7 for Williams, looking great. Or 1-8 now as Ethan Patel manages to get by Roberto. Got some swapping going down on here. Cal's already on the move up to P14 as he's racing Dan down to the penultimate corner.
Wide.
Are they going 3 wide right now?
Going 3 wide.
Oh, 3 wide.
Incident.
And Dan into the wall. And so is Fitzstickwell.
Alpine gets a huge, and Fitzstickwell from completely gone, and there's a safety car.
There's a safety car, and we knew it was coming because that was chaos. We saw front wings everywhere. 2 drivers had spun. I'm glad that no one DNF'd and everyone's able to continue the race, but something happened back there, and I didn't quite get my eyes on it, and not good. Not good.
Fitzstickwell, unfortunately, taking a 5-second time penalty, speeding into the pit lane. That is not what you want to see. And Cal has made 5 positions up already, and he's in P15. Cole Cummins keeping his P1, but he does have that 3-second time penalty, which will not be good.
And this is just a VSC, by the way, so those guys who are in last place don't benefit a lot. They're going to have to go to the hard tire and just hope that they can make it to the end. Not a whole lot they can do other than that. So we're being informed, by the way, that there was a tire temp bug. If anyone's aware of the tire temp bug that starts the tires cold at the start of the race, it happened today. So not good as we get the green flag back and going. Colin's still on the tail of Cole Cummins. Wild Fury is also on the move behind Shara. Spanini is pretty close to the McLaren in front of him of Marino. And Josh Barnsley may be looking to make a move on Baberto. So we got lots of action happening.
Gary Hamilton getting the overtake done.
So Gary Hamilton managed to get by Corsair.
Oh, there's an incident with Alfa Romeo of NVA going off at the exit of Ascari.
We're going to stay on board here with Corsair going around the outside of the penultimate corner Parabolica, going for the switchback. Oh, but there's a car there. There's Cal. Cal comes in from nowhere. Oh, that's not Cal. That's Pylon. Okay, Pylon comes in from nowhere. But Cal has a pretty good seat on this. Let's go ahead and watch as they're going about 4 abreast going into turn 1. What's going to happen?
Gonna be close. Oh.
So Gary Hamilton was the latest of the late breakers. And the Haas goes around. Haas goes around on his own. So Corsair, unfortunate for him, yeah.
Pylon draining his battery here to get past Gary Hamilton going into the second chicane. And they're still side by side. Who will come out on top? Breaking at the 100-meter board.
Gary looking for the switchback again. Can he get a clean switchback? He's got the run. Can he do it into Lesmo 1? No, he decides he's going to back out of it. So Cal's got a good seat on this. We're going to go ahead and hop on with him as he's on a move. 7 places up. Gary Hamilton also 7 places up. Rigraff, take a look at Rigraff in P9, up 9 spots, started P18. Shara is still up in P3, up 5 spots. Colin Edwards is looking for Cole Cummins, though. Is it almost time? Not yet. Not looking like it's going to happen. So
he is draining his battery there, though. He's managing it well still. But DRS is activated this lap. Or has been activated, so now exiting the Parabolica. Do you think maybe Colin Edwards is going to try to make a move on Cole?
It is about time. That battery. And yeah, so if he's got that battery on, you would think that it's time. Cole's at 30%, so Cole's been burning. But I think Cole's happy where he's at. I don't think that he's going to put up much of a fight if Colin were to try to make the move. Cal's up to P9. I don't know what I looked away from, but somehow... Oh, there's Carnage back there. There's Carnage. So Gary Hamilton, something happened with Gary Hamilton and Rigraff down there too. Josh Barnsley was in the mix, I believe.
Well, Alfa Romeo is having a very unfortunate start here. NBA trying to go and overtake on the Williams of Baberto, going down the inside, and Baberto gets the better exit coming out of the corner. Oh, and we have an Aston Martin off. That's Freddie Rizal.
Freddie Rizal.
He's off.
Yep, so that's not good for Freddie. Up here in P7, we've got some close racing, I believe. Yeah, it's a little bit... It's kind of where the train's at. You see, we've got the train, if you look from P1 down to P7, everyone's still pretty much together, and then just a little bit of a gap, and then we've got Pylon leading the second train that's going on right now. If Cal doesn't make it past him right here, Cal is looking with that DRS as they head down towards Ascari. Is he going to make a move, or is he just going to show? He's going to do a little bit of a show, and he's going to stick it. He's going to stick it down the inside of Ascari. Pylon has to go wide and gives up the position, so Cal is going to start moving on towards his teammate up at P7.
Do you think Pylon will try to re-overtake him on the straight after the Parabolica?
I'm not sure if Pylon's even gonna have DRS. It'll be close. He will have it. Okay, so
Pylon's sitting the fastest lap of the race there. 122.9.
Sitting at 27% battery. I don't think that it's gonna happen.
Oh,
but
and Spanini gets the overtake done on Marino on the pit straight. Very good stuff. Oh, and the McLaren going wide. This is gonna help out Ethan Patel. Ethan Patel getting the switchback done? No, he cannot. Having very good ERS management. Now the Red Bull of the teammate of Ethan Patel is now behind him in 8th place. Big gap though, 6.2 seconds. Do you think there will be some team orders here?
I don't think so, but it looks like... oh shoot, I switched my camera. Sorry guys. Looks like Ethan was able to get that move done, but he is going to give up DRS to Marino behind him unless he's able to get that gap on Spanini, which I think he did. Ethan Patel may just have saved a little bit of time right there getting DRS, and he does get it on Spanini in front of him. So Ethan's on the move.
Ethan having a very good start here, and Marino still having DRS behind Ethan, trying to possibly remake a move on him and try to overtake him once again. And Ethan is gaining here on Spanini, and possibly trying to get the Ferrari. And yeah, we'll see what happens from here.
Stay on board with him as he's getting ready to get the DRS onto Spanini. Also, Colin Edwards is finally making the move on Cole Cummins. Going too wide. Cole's just going to give it up. Cole says that's all right. And Shar gonna get him
Oh, dude,
too.
Alpine and Sarah gonna get him too. Is he gonna do it?
Cole blocks
Sends
off
it down,
his
it's gone.
inside. He's going to be a little deep right there, but Cole does a good job blocking off the apex of Shara, so Shara's not able to get a huge run. They are going to go into the Curva Grande right now, but Shara doesn't have much battery to play with. Cole doesn't either, but these guys can't be battling if either of them are interested in that win.
Yeah, we got a huge fight here for the top 4, and the Alpine is blinking, which means that their ERS is lower than what is ideal.
And don't count Wild Fury out of this either. This top 4 is crazy. Wild Fury's in the back here watching it all. And Colin Edwards goes around through the first Lesmo. Colin Edwards gets on the curb and he goes around, and now Cole Cummins is back in the lead. And Shara's got the DRS. Will he decide now's the time to make it stick?
Going into a scar here. Is he going to send it down?
He's
No,
going to
he's
show.
not.
He's going to show, but he's not going to do it. He's going to do a little bit of a scare tactic. And he's going to get back on the throttle. He's going to get a little bit of a run, too. He's got a little bit of a run on Cole. And Ethan Patel, in the meantime, says, "Hold up, we're not done. I'm by Spanini." Ethan Patel on the move up to P4, and Wild Fury around the outside. Not able to make a stick here, but because of that, he forced Shara into the inside line. Will he get the better run? And he's got the battery advantage too. I think Cole might lose 2 positions here.
Yeah, it's gonna be unfortunate for him. Shara here gets a DRS going down the inside. And Cole, oh, he's gonna send it, goes down the inside, and he's not gonna get a good exit here. The Alpine Shara goes into P1.
And Cole, no, he's managed to save his front wing, but Cole is spun off. That's never what you want to see. He's stuck. He had to reset to track. Oh, you never want to see it. You never want to see it. I don't think he'll get a 5 seconds from the steward for that one. We clearly saw he was beached, but that is not what you want to see. So
Yeah,
Wild Fury,
super unfortunate.
yeah, Wild Fury is now behind Shara, something we never expected as we head into the second DRS zone.
Yeah, and we haven't been looking too closely, but Cal has made up quite a few positions here now, going into P7, starting from last P20, and yeah, it's only 2.3 seconds away from Klinsmann, managing the ERS pretty well still. And Wild Fury, Wild Fury, getting a really good run here on the Alpine in P1. Is he gonna do it? Now, yes, he is, but then that means the Alpine is not gonna get the DRS. Do you think he's gonna make a move here on the pit straight?
I'm not sure if he beat him to the DRS checkpoint or not. We'll have to see who gets the DRS here. That may have been a sneaky little move by Wild Fury, because I think Wild Fury is actually going to get the DRS here. Oh, no. Okay, so Shara does get it. But yeah, that DRS checkpoint right before Parabolica is sometimes can be a little interesting when they race down to it.
Yeah. And yeah, so Wild Fury has secured the P1 for right now. And Ethan Patel making his way up to P3, only 2.8 seconds away. And it's just Spanini right on his gearbox, trying to get that overtake done. And yeah, very unfortunate for Cole Cummins there, back down in P8.
He is down
Still
at
not a bad
P8, but
position.
he did just get by Pylon as well. Eric McNerney had a good viewpoint on that, but he did get by Pylon. But dude, looking across the board, we've got a lot of good racing action. We can't miss this.
Yeah.
Colin Edwards is half a second behind Marino. Marino's a little bit out of place. We know Colin Edwards is maybe the fastest in this lobby. With Cal, also maybe the fastest in this lobby, only 1.8 seconds behind. We'll keep an eye on that delta as see if Cal's able to start reeling him in. But the clouds are getting a little darker. I hate saying it because a lot of people want the dry race, but a lot of people also want the wet race, especially from the viewership point of view. It's getting cloudy.
Yeah, I mean, also here Marino is outside of the second for the DRS. Oh no, he's inside the second for the DRS, so he will get DRS
On
on
Spanini, barely, yep, he
Yeah.
will. But Colin Edwards is so close. That toe is going to be so much stronger than the one that Marino's getting. If he has the battery, which he does, and he decides to turn it on for the moment, he may race Marino down into turn 1 and say, hey, my turn to get that on Spanini.
Eric McNerney goes wide in the Parabolica, and Pylon takes advantage, and he is now up to P9. But yeah, Sherry getting really close to P1 here. Wild Fury. The battle for P1, it's going to come down to the end. When do you think the pits? When do you think they'll pit for the hard tires?
You know, we're about getting to that point. So we've done a little bit of testing down at Red Bull, and we did find out, I hope this isn't too much of a data leak, but the hard tires can make it the whole race. So at any point, the hard tires can be swapped to. It's just going to be kind of who's the first one to make that jump. And who wants to go for that undercut? A lot of it comes down to people are scared to hop out of the DRS train, I think, Hudson, and that's just kind of where we're sitting at right now.
Yeah, and Cal has made his way up into the DRS zone of Colin Edwards, showing his pace here. And yeah, he's managed ARS decently well. And do you think we'll see an overtake from him soon, or do you think Colin Edwards is going to make his way past Marino?
I would imagine probably not. Cal, he's up there now. He's used a lot of his tires, a lot of the tread on the tires to get up to where he's at. And he's on pace with Colin Edwards. Colin Edwards would be really difficult to pass right here. But there's a Red Bull around,
Ethan.
And that's Ethan Patel. And Ethan is able to get it back going, but he's going to definitely lose a couple of positions from that.
Colin Edwards goes into the pits.
So Colin Edwards is the first to jump. And you know what? That's not a terrible idea from Colin. I think what happened, he knows he's in a direct fight with Cal. Cal got up to his DRS, and he said, hey, Cal, I'm not giving you DRS for another lap. I'm going to pull into the pits.
Exactly right. But will he be out in traffic when he gets released from the pits? If he is, that's not going to help him.
So looking at it right now, I think that he's going to be
out. And
Wild
Fury has made the move for P1 against Shara into the second chicane. Now he has made the move. Spinini getting a 3-second time penalty in P3. Very unfortunate for him. That's going to affect him later in the race. But Shara is still right on the gearbox of Wild Fury, possibly remaking the move for P1 soon.
So whoever's the engineer down at Mercedes made a good call, because Colin Edwards comes out with 7 seconds of clean air in front of him, warming up those hard tires, going through the Curva Grande into the second chicane. Hard tires will warm up pretty quick here. We'll see. We'll see with the clouds if it's able to stay true, but generally the hard tires will stay pretty quick, and Colin's going to have some clean air. And Cal is just going to be hanging on with the mediums onto Marino's DRS.
Do you think Cal will try to react to that and make a pit stop right here?
It's hard to say, because he definitely could have the tire advantage at the end if he stays out right now, but he's also I don't know. Yeah, he's staying out, so he's looking for that tire advantage at the end. He's going to hang on to the DRS. Gary Hamilton looks like he's having some troubles down there with AlphaTauri.
Colin Edwards, a 3-second time penalty for Colin Edwards, and Ethan getting a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh no, that's not what you want to see. So Ethan does come into the pits though. He decides that he's the next to jump. And Colin Edwards isn't really making a ton of time looking at it right now, especially getting that 3-second penalty. That's not what you want to see.
Yeah, those tires, those are cold as soon as you get out of the pits, which is pretty hard. So he will have the advantage there on Cal when he gets out of the pits. But right in front of Cal, he is being held up here. Marino and Spinini battling it out for the third position, for the podium position.
Yep.
Who do you think will come out here?
Well, I think Cal's going to come out because Cal's faster than both of these guys. But and I think
he gets a really good run.
We might see it right here. Cal's going for one. Can he go for the double overtake? He's looking at Spinini like he's lunch. Oh, he's not going to even attempt it. He's going to hold off, and they'll get him on the next DRS zone. Marino says, I'm right on your tail, Cal. And he's not giving up either. He's starting to blow his DRS. He's got the DRS advantage on Cal, actually. So Cal's on a spot now where he's kind of starting to battle with these guys, and time is being lost to his actual opponent of Colin Edwards. It might be time to say, I'm scrapping this fight, and I'm coming in to take on the championship battle. And he does.
Ferrari pits and the Red Bull. Cal.
Yep.
Hitting.
So this is good. This is beneficial for Cal. So Cal's going to come out now with a partner to DRS with, right? He's going to come out with Spinini in front of him, hopefully in clean air if his engineer pitted him into clean air. We'll keep an eye on that as well.
We should go on board here with Colin Edwards and see if he comes out ahead of Cal. It'll be really close, I think.
So Colin Edwards just came around Parabolica. He did have the advantage on Cal before he pitted. He's coming out now, and there's Cal coming out of the pit lane. And he passes Cal in the Ferrari Spinini. Can he break the DRS as well?
Very well done from Colin Edwards here, getting the undercut done, and he will have warm tires, and Cal and Spinini will not, so they'll have quite the struggle as soon as they get out of the pits here.
And he's already broken that DRS too. He's already broken the DRS 1 second gap to Spinini. But as we were talking, now Spinini and Cal have that 2 or 3 lap tire advantage compared to what Colin's running for the rest of the race. How much of a difference do you think that makes?
Around here, it's a lot of straights, but he'll be able to get those just that better exit. I think it'll make actually a pretty big difference, but we'll see. We'll see how he does with these brand new tires.
Also worth noting in that battle for the lead, we had Shara come into the pits. We missed that. But how will Wild Fury react? As Wild Fury decides to come into the pits right now as we see it, and he makes a pretty clean entry. No 5-second time penalties, but we're going to keep an eye on Shara as well as he's coming down to the Curva Parabolica.
And Marino goes into the pits as well. And Cole Cummins. Top 3 are pitting.
So Corsairs decides to stay out and says, hey, oh no, he's actually coming to the pits as well. So Shara is going to maybe take the lead. This is going to be another battle down into turn 1. As we see, we've got Wild Fury coming out of the pits right now.
Oh, it's going to be close. Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen all over again.
And Wild Fury comes out ahead. But Shara's got the warm tires.
Yeah, he is.
And
he
here
does.
he comes.
Do you think he'll get the overtake done here? I mean, the tire temperatures do make a massive difference.
We'll see. It's going to take Wild Fury a couple corners. So I would say by the second Lesmo, he's back up to temperature. But Shara is going to have DRS into that second DRS zone, and he will be on his tail by that point if he does everything correctly. Heading down to the first Lesmo, you can see that Wild Fury lost some time. Heading it. Oh, and Shara decides to fake it. He decides to fake it. So they're going to the second Lesmo, and this is going to be where it's at. He's going to take that DRS. He's going to ride right on the tail of Wild Fury, and he's going to take off into the sun.
Yeah, now DRS activated. He activates his ERS as well, but he just doesn't have the straight line speed. Wild Fury having a lot of ERS here. Is he going to send into the Scar? He doesn't. He backs out.
Oh, no, but a little bit of punt. And Wild Fury's into the gravel. He is into the gravel. And Shara decides to brake respectfully to give that spot back. He knows it wasn't going to be honest if he did take it. Probably trying to save some, save it for the steward's room, I believe. But Colin Edwards, due to that, is now back in the battle for P1 as well. 1.3 seconds behind.
Yeah, he's been improvising off these two battling. And here we go, Shara going to get the DRS on Wild Fury here. He's gonna go down the inside, and he gets it done. But
will Wild Fury look for the crossover? He kind of looked for it, but it wasn't there. Colin Edwards is now in that DRS range as well, 8/10 back, and this battling is looking juicy for down in P5. Probably the fastest car on track, Cal.
Yeah, Cal already up to P5, and that P5 after starting last. Guanini right in front of him, only 3/10 in front, and man, he's just taking this curve so well, and he's going to be able to get past him pretty quickly, I presume, and he'll be able to try to make his way up to the top 3 and try to battle for podium positions.
Shara went off the track, and Wild Fury slams into him. Does he have wing damage? I would guess that was a hard hit. So Colin Edwards takes the lead. We've still got a 1-3 Mercedes, but it's not the way it looked a second ago. And Cal is now looking even better as he's just reeling him in, 1.7 seconds back. And Wild Fury...
Shara gets a time penalty.
Shara gets a time penalty. Oh my gosh. So we'll have to watch to see, does Wild Fury decide to come into the pits right here? Shara's out of battery, 6%. Colin Edwards is at 23%. Wild Fury was in a good spot with his battery, but I'm pretty sure he's coming into the pits now.
Almost, yeah. I think he has wing damage.
And no,
maybe he doesn't. So he stays out.
Either he doesn't have wing damage or he has such an insignificant amount that he believes it's okay. But Cal gained 3/10 on him in that corner as he sets the fastest lap. Cal is just reeling him in. And he's going to be a part of this. Yeah, he's going to be a part of this fight for the win. From last place.
Okay.
Sorry.
Huh? You're good. So with all the fighting happening in front, Cal's just gaining time, and if they were working together, possibly the top 3, they could try to use their DRS and get in front. But no, Cal's only 1.2 seconds away, getting really close to that DRS detection point.
And he might actually even have it this lap as they head through Lesmo 1. He's 999 thousandths back. And there he is through the checkpoint. He is under 1 second, so he is going to get DRS. He is officially in the battle. If we didn't know it already, now it is official. Which also brings Spanini into this battle. We've got a train from 1 to 5 where anyone can win this race. 12 laps to go. The clouds are out. It's Monza. Never know what can happen. And what an exciting finish we're going to have.
Yeah, for sure. Using up all of his battery. Just try to stay with Colin Edwards here in the P1 in first place. So with time penalties here, top 2. Now I'm thinking about it. They have 3-second time penalties, and there's a yellow. Is that a safety car or VSD?
So this is a full safety car. Wow.
The top 5 are not going to be able to pit now because they missed the. And
well, they will
have the chance, but
they will be able to pit when it comes back around. I don't know if there's a reason to pit though. The soft tire, I don't think it can make it. I don't think that we'll see anyone bite. I don't think the soft tire can go that far. But what an interesting safety car. I know we had. I don't know if he's missing his wing or not, but it was Dan who went around in Lesmo 2, and he is missing his wing, so I'm guessing that we just got a safety car for debris on track. But again, no one's DNF'd. This is 2 yellow flags we've seen thrown for no one being removed from the race.
Yeah, we have no DNFs in this race so far, relatively. Dan gets a 5-second time penalty for speeding with penalty.
And that's just dealing. He was dealing with that broken wing, wasn't used to how it would break, and I don't know. Maybe he could get some I don't know mercy from the stewards for not having his wing, but unlucky for Dan. But when safety cars come out, when I'm driving, the first thing that comes to my mind is who's in front of me and what kind of time penalties do they have. So let's go ahead and take a look at the penalties real quick. I know we've got some of the leaders with penalties. Pull that up real quick. So penalties, we got Colin Edwards in first place with a 3-second time penalty. Shara with a 3-second time penalty. Wild Fury probably has damage that he's dealing with. And does he pit actually? No, that was
Shara pits? Or sorry.
Colin Edwards decides it's time to pit. I don't know. I'm very interested to see what tire he just wanted to come to. It has to be the soft, right? Yep, so he does.
Yep. Soft tire.
I'm not sure if that can make it to the end. If it can, it won't be looking good.
If you watched Jarno Amir's video at his league race on Monza, he does pit around this time for the sauce, but they drop off heavily towards the end. So it'll be interesting for Colin Edwards to see if this helps him out. But now he's all the way down to P9. There's a lot of cars between him and top 3.
Yeah, so falling down to P9, I don't know if the softs will do enough for that. Time penalty doesn't help him at all either. So I think Cal's in a great position to win this race from P20 to P1. What a feat that would be.
Yes, it would. P3 already a podium position. Very impressive stuff from Cal. Ethan Patel looks like he pitted again. Probably deserved that 5-second time penalty. Yeah, he doesn't have it anymore. Down at P14 though for him. Pretty unlucky.
All right, well, we know what the penalties look like. Let's go ahead and swap it back to the position change. Take a look at Cal. Definitely looking at the driver of the day right now. Up 17 spots. Unbelievable. Josh Barnsley's down 11 spots, just coming out of the pit. Not looking good for him. Roberto down 8 spots. Not a great day. Colin Edwards down 7 from pole, or P2, sorry. And Cole Cummins down 6 from pole. And I don't know. Could have gone better for a lot of these guys, but Cal looking the best. And I'm excited to see how this will finish out.
McLaren. This is really good for McLaren. 5-6, no penalties for them. So you got the Ferrari and Alpine in front of them with time penalties. Could be what they're for.
For a lot of these guys, this is gonna be like their last chance. It's like it's gonna feel like a little bit of a 5-lapper. We've seen this happen before. These late safety cars, things get crazy. So I'm hoping that everyone can just keep their composure, especially down into turn 1. Things can get chaotic, but we want to, get a clean finish of this race, and hopefully the drivers can stick to a high standard of driving. Safety car coming in this lap, you think? Hudson? No, we may have lost contact with Hudson in the booth, guys, but we'll stay on here with Cal as the drivers are starting to warm up their tires. I'm not sure if it's ready yet. I don't think the safety car is going to be coming in. Cal's decided not to warm up his tires. Wild Fury doesn't care.
Sorry, I'm back. Cat issues with yeah, okay, we're back.
Gotta love cats, don't you?
Yeah. So could be a decent finish here for Williams. Still P7, Roberto down P14. Do you think Colin Edwards will? How many positions do you think he'll make on the first lap?
On the first lap, maybe 2. I'll give him 2. But the soft tires will fall off heavily. They'll fall off for sure on the second lap, and they'll fall off heavily by the third lap. By the third lap, you're looking like you're just one of the hard tire runners almost. By the 6th lap, you're a walking chicane. And by the 10th lap, you might as well just pull over in your tire. I don't know what's going on here with Colin Edwards' decision. He had great track position. This is a DRS train of a track, and I don't think that's going to work out for him.
Yeah, it's an interesting call. Maybe it'll pay off for him, but it'll be really unlikely.
And he's not the only one in that boat either. I'm calling out my Mercedes, but I'm also calling out the guys who went to softs down at the end. Ethan Patel down in 13th, 14th, Roberto. Freddie Rizal making another bonehead move down in P15. Rick Raff in P16, and Josh Barnsley down in 17. Soft tires are not the move.
No, it's not. But yeah, so you got the top 8 still on the hards. They're on the 6th or 7th lap, all really close in wear. And yeah, so Wild Fury does have the tire advantage on Cal here, but I don't think it'll change too much in their in their driving. So we got almost everyone caught up in the pack here. We do have an AlphaTauri though in the pit. I don't know if the safety car will actually wait for it though. I think
Yeah.
it, no matter what, is coming in this lap.
Yeah, I believe the coding in the game doesn't let it go for more than 3 laps, so it will be coming in this lap.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that a lot of this towards the end isn't going to be just looking at the history of the league. I have a feeling that a lot of this is going to come down to who can keep it clean, because usually after these final safety cars, it just gets a little nutty.
Yeah, and this has been decent for Ferrari so far. And yep, there it is, safety car in this lap.
Yeah.
So the top 3, Shara, Wild Fury, and Cal.
Yeah.
There might be, some jumping in the beginning. We can see them jump. Might pull a Max Verstappen like he did in the Netherlands Grand Prix this year.
A little bit of intel from the Williams garage. Roberto was told to go to the softs because the clouds out, cooler track temps. They think that that'll be what gets them to the end. We'll see if it makes a difference. We're about to go green. Shara leading the pack as a reserve for Alpine from the Ferrari Academy, coming around the final corner Parabolica. When's he going to jump? We'll hop on board with Wild Fury as they head down. He does a little bit of a stop. That might mess things up for people in the back. Let's go ahead and hop on real quick with Pylon. Shara does go. But you see in the back, it did cause a little bit of a holdup. And they're heading down into turn 1. Cal is right on Wild Fury's bumper. If he had a bumper. This isn't NASCAR. We're in F1. And he puts him around. And he puts him around. So Spanini was going to miss that corner regardless. But Cal hit Wild Fury, or Colin Edwards, I'm sorry, around. And Spanini came rolling through and smashed into him. So not a good look for either one of them. Not a good look for Cal either, who's probably going to be seeing the steward's room with that one. But
that Ferrari misses breaking point pretty badly, and then Cal punched him. But yeah, so Colin Edwards already up. Oh, and he just made a spot on
Cole Cummins.
So he's already up into P6. Never count him out, man. He can do some stuff here. But Shara is extending his gap, and it's going to be really important for him to do that, considering his time penalty. And he's hoping that Wild Fury can hold up Cal a little bit with these 7 laps remaining. And yeah, so Cal still maintaining his battery really well, and is behind Wild Fury. And Wild Fury's trying to extend that gap to over a second for the DRS zone, but
yep.
Cal's going to keep it close.
I was wrong. It wasn't Colin Edwards who he hit. Colin Edwards was in the back. He hit Wild Fury. Wild Fury straightened out. He's fine. So nothing went wrong for Wild Fury. He's still in P2. Colin Edwards does get around Eric McNerney right here with the soft tire. And he's probably not feeling the pain yet, but it's significantly worse. He's still probably one of the fastest tires on track. But Marino's in the way, and then he's got to run down Cal. Will it make up back to P1? We'll have to see.
And Wild Fury getting a really good run on the Alpine here, going into this long right-hander that's flat out, and Sharon loses the position to Wild Fury. And Cal now right behind Sharon, and now we got ourselves a fight from all the way down to first to 14th, really. All really close battling here.
Yeah, so rumors from the Mercedes garage. Wild Fury is supposedly able to get that penalty removed. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But Cal is looking to get past Shara as well. Cal says, hey, move out the way. So into Ascari, he managed to have the confidence to stick it. And he says, Shara, get out of the way, and I'm coming for Wild Fury.
Yeah, now, as you said from the garage, if Wild Fury, if this penalty is not in play, then we got ourselves a real race here. We're going to the 22nd lap of the race of 27, and Cal, and I think DRS is going to be activated this lap.
And not only do I believe it'll get cleared, it'll probably be flopped to Cal, to be honest, in the steward's room. I believe Cal's probably at a time penalty coming for punting him through there. But Wild Fury getting that cleared for cutting that corner, which will probably happen, he's probably on to win this race. And Cal being a barrier between him and Shara is probably helpful.
Yeah, and Colin Edwards down in P5 just trying to make a move on Marino in P4.
Yep.
And wasn't quite able to do it, but he gets a really good run here. Going into the second chicane, using that ERS, trying to go down the inside. Will he pull a late braking move? He does.
Very controlled braking
Yeah,
actually
does.
from Colin, who's he's on no assist. That's very impressive for Colin to get that move done. But Marino's just got to stay behind him because Colin's got that 3-second penalty, and I could tell you what, with these penalties in front of him, if Marino could land on the podium, that'd be fantastic for him. I thought I just saw a raindrop. I don't think I did, but for a second I thought I saw a raindrop. But we'll have to keep an eye on that. The track is getting dark. Not sure if it's the trees or what, but we will keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I think maybe a new set of glasses for you, Duncan. But
yeah, it might be. So Colin Edwards runs a little wide right there, but he's getting close to a run on Shara, and 5-lap-old softs already. He'll have the DRS advantage here, but I don't think that he's got much more in it past this, and there's still going to be 5 laps in the race as they come across the line. Shara has a moment, though, which will make this overtake fairly simple.
Hey, all right. Colin Edwards making his way up to third. Realizing that mistake during the share in the P4. So Cal gaining loads of time in this pit straight from the DRS. And, the pace from Wild Fury, he's showing really good pace right now. He's showing a winning mentality pace. And Colin Edwards, a 1.7 second gap, and the softs now being 6 laps old. Or not quite 6 because of safety car, but those softs are going to just drop off so fast.
Yeah, well, the good thing that's going for Colin right now is Wild Fury's in front of Cal. So, right, Wild Fury can kind of take these corners a little bit slower if he wants to and make sure that Cal's not going anywhere. And he can make sure that his teammate gets in that DRS range. Problem for Colin is I don't think that he's got the grip or the speed at this point to get by Cal. But he'll hold on to that P3 and see where the penalties play out for him. We'll still keep an eye on it.
He is gaining a little bit. Like Cal with that DRS, he's pulling away quite quick. Freddie Rosell, they're getting a time penalty. And P9, he's recovered a little bit.
Yeah, he has a little bit. Freddie getting a time penalty. It could be something we see cleared. There's lots of people who are getting punted through these chicanes, and it's giving them time penalties like we saw Cal do to Wild Fury on lap 1. Colin Edwards not going to get... Oh, what's going on? Shara at a moment? He's behind both McLarens. Let's watch this McLaren teamwork. Can they put him in the box?
Or Cal making the move as well on P1. Oh, there's a lot of fighting going down in this pit straight. Cal does make the move for P1 here.
Can Shara get by both of them? I'm surprised the McLarens didn't pull out a box maneuver. We know the teamwork is there from them. We saw it in qualifying. Doesn't look... Oh. Yeah. Okay, so Shara gets through cleanly, gets that double overtake done on the straightaway. And like you said, we missed it, but Cal did get by Wild Fury. I'm assuming that Wild Fury is thinking Cal's going to get a time penalty from the stewards, but I don't know. Are you confident to leave that up to the stewards, or are you telling your driver, Wild Fury, get in front of him? We don't know what the stewards will decide.
No matter what, you gotta get in front of them. But also, I would be worried even if they think that 3-second time penalty will get removed. You never know.
It's not. It's the 5-second from being punted through by Cal. But yeah,
we got a 5-second. Okay.
Yeah, when Cal punted him through. So I would put a 99% bet that that's going to be removed.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll have to see. The stewards' decision, it'll be a heavy one for them to decide, because it's going to decide the winner of this race most likely. But if I'm Wild Fury, I'm kind of with what you're saying. I still want to get by Cal.
Yeah, and now going to the Parabolica, he's going to have the DRS on Cal. Colin Edwards, he is making time to Wild Fury. He's down to 1.2 seconds. It was like 1.6, 1.7. And he's getting closer and closer to that DRS, but it doesn't help that they keep pulling away more and more from the DRS. And Colin Edwards, Wild Fury getting close to Cal here, but I think Cal's going to have a little better grip here.
Yep, so also back here in P9, just something to keep an eye on. I know Ethan Patel and Freddie Rosell are getting a little bit close to each other. Those two do have a lot of beef and blood outside of the track. Lots of drama, lots of timeouts being issued in the Discord server. Hopefully these two, if they do get close to each other for the sake of the race, can keep it clean. But let's hop on board again with Wild Fury, who's up here chasing down Cal, heading into the second DRS zone, as there is a retirement on track in Parabolica. It's Roberto in P20.
Yeah, and Cole Cummins down into P19.
Not the race you want to see from him, man. That's very unfortunate for the Williams driver. Williams in general finishing P19 and P20, it appears.
Yeah, not a big deal. But so yeah, we got Eric McNerney getting really close to the Alpine of Shera. He gets a decent run, and Shera's blinking. So now he's thinking, you know, I can make a move. And does he do it here? Is he gonna get? Oh, he gets the DRS.
Yeah, he
for
does get the
detection
DRS.
point. And Ethan making a move into P8.
Oh no, so we've got Ethan Patel on the track behind Freddie Rizal now. He's not going to have DRS here, but if he does catch up to Freddie, we've got some interesting content to watch. Wild Fury does not get past Cal going into turn 1, lengthens the gap onto Colin Edwards. Eric McNerney down into turn 1 isn't able to get the move done on Shara, but he is right there on the bumper as Marino's following him through. Some great McLaren teamwork. Fist Dickwell on the back gets by Rigraff as well. Misses his apex a little bit, but I don't think it's going to matter. Rigraff did look around the outside, but it's not going to make it stick. Wild Fury coming into the first Lesmo, still riding on the back of Cal. And we've got some action down in P7 because Freddie Rizal is into this McLaren Alpine battle, which means Ethan Patel, who is coming up on this fight as well, is going to start to be in that same battle all the way up for P4. So P4 to P8, we're going to have a lap and a half to go right now. And there's a little bit of contact between Freddie Rizal and Marino. And there's a little bit of blood there too. Not a lot of friends that Freddie Rizal has on the track, but now we've got Ethan within the DRS, and things are getting interesting as we go into the final lap.
Yep, final lap. Cal in the lead right now, 4:10 gap, and it's actually going down. Maybe Wild Fury, if he gets a good exit.
This is the final lap. This is the final DRS zone right here for Wild Fury to do it. He's got his battery burning. So does Cal. He's got the DRS on. Can he get it done? It doesn't look like the closing speed's there. I don't think that this is the time to do it. At least not right there. So let's see what's going on back here in the back. Everyone stays mostly in a straight line. I don't think that there's any overtakes that are going to be happening.
Yeah, Eric McNerney having only a 6/10th gap to share in the Alpine. Wild Fury getting really close to Cal here for the second chicane, but he's not going to make the move. He's too far back. If he gets a...
He'll have one more chance in the second DRS zone. That's what he'll get in.
Yeah. Going into Ascari, maybe he can, if he gets good exits out of these Nesmos.
So about equal on the battery, but both of them got to blow it all right here. Cole Cummins does take fastest lap. Battery's on, but there's not even a hard braking zone down here if he were to get close. Closing speed still doesn't look like it's there. Cal's just pulling away.
Both of them saving up a little bit of ERS for this last straight right here. And Wild Fury burning his battery as well with Cal. And Cal is going to be comfortable for P1 going into the Parabolica, the last corner, braking at the 50.
Freddie Rizal has a moment. We're going to have Ethan Patel versus Freddie Rizal going into Parabolica. Oh no, I hope this doesn't end up in some race bans or quality bans. Keep it clean, boys. Freddie Rizal, Ethan Patel, side by side, Parabolica. Cal wins the race. And Freddie Rizal goes around. He put the pedal to the floor. He was not going to lose Ethan Patel, but he does. So Ethan Patel comes to the line. P6, P5, jump Shara with the time penalty. Cal wins the race. Eric McNerney on a podium. Marino P4, great day for McLaren. Still coming across the line. We got Freddie Rizal down in P13, coming in right behind Dan. Freddie's got a time penalty though, but he jumps Dan, but NVA is able to jump Dan as well, and I think that that's going to be our final positions. Pretty big gaps apart from, other than that. So Cal winning the race. He does likely maybe have a 5-second time penalty coming. Wild Fury's probably got his 5-second time penalty being cleared. Result for the winner is to be determined for sure. It's up in the air. We will have to see what the stewards decide. But regardless, both of them on the podium. Fantastic race. Love seeing it at the end. Mostly clean. What's your thoughts?
I mean, from last on the grid all the way to, maybe not P1. We'll see. But to just even get there is very impressive from Cal. And, Colin Edwards making those moves after the first softs. He finished third place, if I remember correctly. Oh no, Eric McNerney finished P3. Yeah, time penalties.
The McLaren finishing up there was definitely not something we expected, would have to say.
No.
Where'd the Ferrari boys finish? I'm not sure.
P11 for Pylon and Spanini finished P19.
So not the day that the Tifosi were looking for. A lot of pressure for the Ferraris, and the drivers were not able to deliver. They caved under the pressure a little bit, but they will always come back next week. Maybe when Imola comes around on the schedule next season, maybe we can see some redemption from those two. But regardless, man, what a crazy finish. I gotta catch my breath after that one, but let's get the podium guys into the booth. Go ahead and drag. Let's find our P3 finisher, Eric McNerney, and move him into the broadcast booth real quick. Sorry, guys. Let me try to figure out how to do this. Eric, congratulations on your podium. We gotcha?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, dude. What a breathtaking performance for McLaren. We did not necessarily have you penciled in there, but finishing P3, impressive finish.
Thanks.
You're only 3 seconds behind Wild Fury, potentially, and your teammate too, Marino in P4, dude. I mean, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good because I haven't had a podium in a long time. So, yeah,
it's
I
awesome.
feel like I could. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's awesome to see you back up on the podium, especially with your teammate there as well.
Yeah, for sure. And no team orders. Like we were battling each other. Like,
yeah. We were kind of wondering if there was like some teamwork going on over there, and we saw the toe that Marino tried to give you in qualifying. I'm not sure how effective it was, but it looked like he tried to give you a toe.
No, the problem is we can't communicate because he doesn't have a mic or something. So I have no idea if he was trying to give me a toe. So
okay, well you saw that too. You saw what we were seeing.
Yeah, but I feel like I could have gotten a better place. I don't want to name any names, but like there's so many people ramming into me and like being squirrely in front and into turn 1 and 2, and I was like, I had to slow down and like so much and to avoid crashes. I feel like I could have been P2, but you know, P3 is still good. So
yeah, well, congratulations on your P3. Go ahead, Hudson.
Eric McNerney, what were you expecting starting from P12 on the grid? I mean, what a finish, dude. A podium from P12, really good stuff, dude.
Thanks. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest, because there's so much mayhem, especially I haven't done a league race in this track, so turn 1, and it was crazy. So
yeah.
I wasn't expecting P3 even after lap 1, so I just tried to keep it clean, and yeah, that's about it.
Oh yeah, good finish, dude.
Thanks.
All right, well, yeah, good finish, Eric. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna talk to our P2 finisher, or I don't even know who really is P2. Let's bring them both in at the same time. Wild Fury, Cal, we're going to bring you both in at the same time because we don't really know who's going to be P2. We don't really know who's going to be P1. One of you guys won the race. One of you guys got second place. Have you guys had a little bit of talk about that? I saw you sitting in the cool-down room together. Any of you want to make a comment on what happened?
On what? On Spanini?
The incident down into turn 1.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we were kind of avoiding Spanini, I think. So I think Spanini's the one that sent him off the track.
Okay, so in your opinion, it was more of Spanini's fault, and you don't think that there's any time penalty coming your way?
I don't think I'll get a penalty for that.
Okay. And then Wild Fury...
But in my rear view, you'll see, like, whenever I post the video, it's Spanini that comes into me, and then just... It's weird.
Gotcha. So Wild Fury, you did get a time penalty from that, and you expect to have that cleared, correct?
Yeah, I do. I mean, there was nothing I could do to really avoid it, and I didn't gain any track position, so...
yeah, he should get it cleared.
Get that 5 seconds cleared, but it won't really change the finishing result. So it'll be nice to get it off my record.
Well, great race, both of you. We'll go ahead and we'll start with Wild Fury because you did finish with the P2. Lots of battling up front. What's your thoughts? How do you feel after that performance after that race? Normally, you're kind of sitting as the Mercedes number 2 driver. You're sitting behind Colin right now at 104 points, so you're about 43 points behind him. And how did it feel being the Mercedes number 1 driver today?
It was good. I mean, considering I didn't practice it off this race, I found a setup about 20 minutes before the race started, so haven't played the game at all. Took a good break from it, so maybe that was a benefit to me. But I'm happy with the performance, especially since I haven't been playing at all. And unfortunate to what happened to Klinsmann, I think we're a strong team, and he'll rebound next week for next week's race, and hopefully keep propelling Mercedes forward because it's a tight fight between Red Bull and the Constructors' Championship.
It is a great fight, and we'll ask Cal this question real quick. Mercedes has been put up a fight with you and your teammate all year. We've got a great constructors battle going on. What kind of respect do you have for your opponent to the regards of racing each other on track?
Well, I mean, I feel the safest whenever I'm racing those guys up front, honestly, out of everyone there. So I have the most respect for them out of everyone in the race. So I know that whenever I'm up front racing with them, I'm not going to get punted off the track, and we can get side by side in turns. And I don't know, there's a lot more respect up front for sure.
You'll love to hear it. Cal, starting from last place, I think we knew that you were capable of a lot. I don't think we knew you were capable of that, though. How do you feel? Your hands shaking? You able to get some deep breaths in now? How you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw on the stream, but the first 10 laps, man, I don't know if you've seen the Cars movie, but I felt like Lightning McQueen going through there because, I mean, it was just nuts, the amount of incidents that I nearly got collected in. I was very close. So, I mean, on the back straight on like lap 2 or something, I got squeezed by 2 cars, and I think they both wound up crashing, and I was the only one that survived. Like, I just got pretty lucky coming through the field, so.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you guys both for coming into the broadcast booth. Hudson, you got anything for him?
Not too much. I mean, Wild Fury starting from P4 and making himself up to possibly P1, maybe P2. Really good stuff. Were you expecting any communication with your teammate Colin Edwards through the top and the beginning of the race?
No, I wasn't. I wish we would, but his mic's actually broken.
That's right. Yeah.
Usually, about half the time we're in comms together, but we've raced together in so many different leagues. We have a pretty good feel for what each other's going to be doing on track. So, we're not going to fight each other too hard since we're teammates. Just want to maximize points for Mercedes.
Yeah, you both did really good. That 5-second time penalty really clean removed, and yeah, really good stuff from you, Cal. Starting from P20, man. I mean, that's some really good stuff, bro. Making it up as Lightning McQueen, like you said. Yeah, I don't really know what to say.
Yeah, no, congratulations to both of you guys. I don't want to keep this interview going on too long because I know that Marshall did beat Notre Dame today, and I don't want to give Cal any spotlight into that. And I know Cal is a Marshall fan, and I'm a Notre Dame fan. And
I wouldn't say I'm a Marshall fan. I just grew up there, and I went to. I don't think I've been to like one of their football games, and like they're usually that bad at football. Like I'm a Kentucky fan. I'm a UK fan.
Okay, well, we don't want to talk about Notre Dame losing, but I think it's a good time to bring the broadcast to an end. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you didn't already, go ahead and make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And we do have another race coming on here in 40 minutes. It's going to be me and Fitz Dickwell up in the booth, and it's going to be our Division 2. So the drivers get faster, the action gets crazier. We're back at Monza here in 40 minutes. We're going to go ahead and cut this stream off, and we'll give you guys another link. And hope to see you guys there. Again, great racing from everyone, and also thank you to Hudson in the booth.
Yeah, really fun. Really fun conversation.
Great race from everyone. So thank you guys, and we will see you here in 40 minutes.